What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Big Cal TNP representative, man, holding it down for the crew, holding it down for all the TNPers out there, holding it the fuck down for all the TNPers, man. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's blessed. Just want to talk about the trend that's going on. It's not really being talked about or followed as closely as I would love for it to be, but it's called black fatigue. Black fatigue, man. It says trending on X. And we're gonna talk about it, man.
The woman who called a 5-year-old a racial slur. My first impression after watching the video, a little bit of white trash. I have to be honest,
See if we can get people to pile in here.
Blackness fatigue. The name of the channel that this video is coming from is Wild Bill for America. All right, let's go and jump into this immediately. Blackness fatigue? What does that even mean, bro? Let's check it out.
Black fatigue.
Black fatigue is a real thing.
As the crowd whips themselves into a mindless frenzy.
You think, you're going to check me in. I bet you we won't.
If you have been on X recently, you may have heard of the term
black fatigue is a term going around online. But what does it mean?
The term black fatigue was first written about by Mary Frances Winters, where she describes the mental, physical, and emotional exhaustion by Black individuals in trying to navigate a world that is shaped by racial inequality. However, recently, people on social media are using this term in a different light to express their exhaustion with what they perceive as ghetto or ratchet behavior.
White people have co-opted the word black fatigue.
So in this video, we're going to listen to people explain these terms in their own words. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We got to talk about this, man. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to TNP, man. We're going to talk about this trending topic that's going on around the country or online. You know what I'm saying? The Twitter sphere, whatever you want to call it. Social media, the social media outlets and platforms of black fatigue. And I use these thumbnails of the situation with Rodney Hinton Jr. and the statue that's in New York Times or whatever. The New York Times Square, just to elaborate on just basically, I'm gonna let this video talk and I'm gonna give my opinion as well. What's up with it, Victor Hernandez? What's good with it? What's good with it? What's good with it? Just to give my opinion on this whole situation. Just got to go in on it, man. Basically, man, to be honest with you, I just got to go in on black fatigue because if you look at my, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're out there, man. If you look at my channel and the content that I put out there, it's funny and kind of ironic that this is kind of it's kind of the same type of content that I put out myself. You know what I'm saying? I was a black man. I am so tired of ghetto bullshit, man. I'm just being 100% with you. I am so sick and tired of the ghetto ratchet nonsense. Will you stream more doing hilarious? I'm so tired of the ratchet nonsense. What the hell is the Pride Month? Stream more. Why would I stream more? It don't matter to me. I stream all day, dog. Stream all day, man. But yeah, let's get this thing popping. Shit jumping.
Black
fatigue. This video might make you uncomfortable, but it needs to be made. There's a growing sentiment, most recently, of individuals who are proclaiming they do have black fatigue. And you don't have to be a non-black person to have black fatigue. What does that phrase actually mean? Essentially, black fatigue is a growing weariness of the actions of the quote-unquote black community. But it goes deeper than that, because we are in 2025 now, and we are being judged based on the content of our character and not the color of our skin. But the interesting part is the lie that's been sold to the black community in particular is that the color of our skin dictates the content of our character.
Nah, Brian, that's all you, dog. That's all you taking it up the chili hole, dog. You ain't heard that about me. It's all you, big dog. Do your thing. Be an LGBT queen, dog. You dig? TNP, hey, we don't condone any of that Sodom and Gomorrah shit around here, dog. But I feel you, though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do your thing. Project your faggle-daggle ways on other people. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with being a faggle-daggle, man. Do your thing. You feel me? Just don't project your weirdo shit over here, dog.
That's why in the black community, sometimes you'll hear people say, oh, you are acting white, when they're talking to someone like myself who doesn't act the way most people would expect a conventional black person to act. In their minds, there is a correct way to act black. And the people in your ethnic group who fulfill those very negative stereotypes, those are the ones who are going to essentially drag down the collective whole. And that's why there's individuals who are black who do and can have black fatigue, because they see how damaging it is to see the worst of us attract all this negative attention.
Within 10 years of retiring from the NBA, after
Let me get your back door, you broke back mountain ass out of here, dog.
goddess Iggy Azalea? The answer is simple, because he had already promised his life to his high school.
Let me get your back door, your ass out of here. Go ahead, get your back door, your ass up out of here.
That then unfortunately gets ascribed to the entire race all too often. But what's unfortunate is here in 2025, now we have to contend with the fact that there's people who are so sick and tired of seeing those negative aspects, those negative individuals in the black community attracting all this attention. That's what is spurring black fatigue. I think it's something that needs to be talked about. And until we turn inward and address the issues in our own communities, I fear that this is only going to continue and get worse. That's exactly what the powers that be want. They want to have us against each other instead of us against those who are really pulling the strings in the back.
Sounds so annoying to feel pressured to act a certain way because of your race. And I believe that a big part of it comes from the influences that we have.
I am here at the Rhino District in Denver, Colorado, that is known for its vibrant culture and many murals. Let's take a look at some of them. It almost looks like a logo for a business. It says power to the people, power and equality. It has peace signs on all four corners, flowers and some stars. Some of the shapes look
shout out to Colorado, man. Where we at right now. Shout out to Colorado.
Area really seems like if the hip hop culture and the hippie culture had a baby, this is what it would have made. I wonder if that is what the two H's meant in Kanye West's insane new song, hip hop culture and hippie culture. Hip hop, hippie. They make a great pair. It seems like a lot of these murals are meant to be very thought provoking. Behind us, we have what looks to be like an Eskimo, except he doesn't have a head. So I don't think that they're supposed to make perfect sense. Like the last one we saw, many people discuss whether or not it is even possible. In my opinion, the two words that they had together, power and equality, seem to contradict each other. However, it does definitely make you think. Kind of looks like Stregonona.
Black fatigue. It's all over my FYP page. Thank you. I am so happy that this is being brought up. And oh, by the way, for us white people who've been around the block a long time, this isn't new to us. We've been dealing with this for over 40 years. Here's my story. This is about 2015. I'm at Putin Bay. I'm sitting on a bench on Delaware waiting for my wife, who's in a shop shopping. And at the time, the traffic is two ways. And I think I witnessed why it is no longer two ways. It's a Saturday afternoon. The island is packed. The traffic is bumper to bumper. These two guys going in opposite directions decide to stop and have a chat. Not for a couple seconds, not for a couple minutes, but I think it was around 10 minutes before people started to threaten them. But around the 5-minute mark, I'm just sitting there with my arms folded, just shaking my head. And I hear this voice, "This is what's holding us back. This is why we're hated." And I turned around to see who had said it, and it was a black couple about my age. And then he looked directly at me and said, 30 years ago, I'd go down there, grab those idiots by their dreadlocks, and teach them a lesson their fathers never did. And I looked at him and went, 30 years ago, I'd have been right there with you. I have hated this type of behavior my entire life. I've never gotten it. How self-centered do you have to have no respect for any other human being? These are the people I've spent my life avoiding. But
man, people like that, they have no respect because they feel victimized, man. They are, just to be honest, they have been entitled. They've been entitled through society to feel like victims their whole fucking lives, to be honest with you, man. And there's really nothing that anyone can do to turn that mindset around, you know, in all honesty. Like, it's really confusing in all honesty. Like, society has really enabled and entitled a lot of black folks to feel like they're the victims. No matter what the circumstance is, they can turn to the history of this country, which is rooted in racism, systemic racism, and they can blame that for any of their problems that's going on in their own personal lives, and how they act, how they conduct themselves, you know, have no accountability or responsibility for their actions. There's just a lot of bullshit that in general we have to put up with due to a few, you know, and it's starting to feel like the few is starting to be the many, and that's one of the biggest issues that I take you know, plight with, and just, we got to figure out, like, what is the direction that the black community wants to go in America, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to go independent. That's already shown. Like, nobody has shown the desire to do anything independently for ourselves and our community, so it's kind of a lost cause in a lot of sense, man. Just even trying to talk to folks, you know what I'm saying, trying to have a decent educated conversation with folks to try to progress is kind of just blowing hot air, you know, because these people are people that don't feel like they don't owe anyone anything, and they're owed everything, basically. Like, they don't owe you respect, but they're owed respect. They don't owe you to have a peaceful race relationship with you, or to not call you some type of racial epithet or disrespectful thing based solely on your race, but you better not do that to them, or you're racist in this, you know, World War III. So it's a crazy situation that's going on in America, man. As far as just, I get it. Like, I'm a black man with extreme black fatigue, to the point that I moved from my family from North Carolina to Colorado in order to get away from a lot of the bullshit, honestly. Like, cause I just don't want to deal with the shit that's going on in America, honestly. Like, a bunch of non-accountable YN rebel ass motherfuckers around. I don't have to deal with that. That's just my mindset. So I want to go to a place where that is, where it is a lack of those type people. You know,
never thought about it from the black community side. And I gotta say, it sucks a lot more for you guys than it does for us white people, because you're associated, right?
Exactly. That's the biggest thing. It's kind of funny to hear a lot of white folks kind of play victim to this situation, like they're just so affected, because it's really honestly affecting black folks. We're the ones that get in the bad rap. We're the ones that having to deal with these stereotypes and tropes that the few and a lot of these idiots love to perpetuate onto us, because they see a lot of folks doing it, and that's internalized by others to be the norm. So it's just a lot of things that we as black folks gotta bite the bullet on, dealing with these ignorant, dumbass people, you know, in our community.
Hey, there are a lot of whites that just put you all together, and it has slowed down the healing of this country. But seriously, 40 years ago, racism should have been over. Unfortunately, the Democratic Party has continued to fan the flames of racism to make money and to get votes.
Fact.
I'm so thankful that a lot of you are waking up. And again, I can't stress this enough. This isn't a black thing. This is a behavior thing. Some of my
There it
closer
is.
friends are black.
Hanging out here, I get the
This is
feeling
right
that
versus
nothing
wrong,
is
good
off
versus
limits. There's
evil
stickers
thing,
on the
man.
stop sign, graffiti on the floor. Usually people would get charged with vandalizing a fence or the light pole, but here, I guess, is really just a place of expression. Not even the tree is left untouched, nor the parking lot blocks. So this guy said that it's probably hard for the black community because they are associated with them. And all over X, people have been sharing videos of the black community just doing pretty wild things, having these insane graduation celebrations. And also there was a viral video recently of a guy trying to check into his flight on Frontier, and they were yelling at him, not letting him check in. And so a part of me feels pretty sad because we're putting too much attention to their bad behavior when we should be emphasizing their good behavior. And going back to what this guy said, I can relate to it in the sense of Latino people, because when there's so many illegal people who come here and commit crimes, it's a little bit embarrassing because then it makes people think that all Latinos are like that, when that is not true. And I think for the most part, people get that. We understand that not everybody in the black community is one way, and same thing for Latinos, Asians. They're not all bad drivers, stuff like that. There are stereotypes and people like to make jokes, and sometimes when things get repeated too much, we begin to believe them. But the truth is that in any country that you go to, there's going to be good people and bad people, but the bad people just move around a lot more. Over here on this wall, it says Mente de Rey, which means mind of king. So that shows me that they have artists that are Hispanic as well. And my understanding is that a lot of these murals they're hired to make them. And so not
been disrespectful when you haven't been tolerable at all.
Are you going to go check out your room?
I don't want to check it out. I want you to explain to me what the charges are.
Get the fuck out of the hotel.
Okay.
Or go check out the room.
We don't want to check out the room. I want you to give me a receipt. Tell me what you're charging us for.
I'll cancel the room. Yeah, I'll cancel the room right now. You can check out the hotel. Give me the keys back.
Check out the fucking hotel. Disrespectful. And this is what we're going to spend our money at. You can't even give us a receipt.
I'm checking you out.
I know. You're going to give us a receipt because it's not finalized until we get that, right?
Early departure? Early departure?
It's not going to be your early departure. We're going to cancel it because we didn't check in.
Right.
Right.
That would be an early departure.
So you're going to give us 100% of our money back.
Nothing's been charged.
It was charged.
You said you already paid for the room, right?
A third party app.
Yeah.
And then we come to the check-in. Stop. And then we do it everywhere. Exactly. I'm going to make sure they pull it up so they can see how you jumped in my face.
Good.
And
prepaid through a third party. You're going to have to go cancel the reservation to the third party.
Back up. I'm telling you.
Do you understand?
I'm telling you. You're making this bad on yourself.
Do you understand?
I do understand. Go ahead and check us out and cancel our reservation.
I'm doing that.
Thank you.
Early departure? That's
It's not going to be an early departure. Go ahead and cancel the entire thing.
That's canceling the reservation.
Cancel the reservation so we can get our money back.
Okay.
I know an alcoholic when I see one.
I'm very sober. Thank you.
You're not sober.
Thank you.
Nothing about this is sober. Your clothes is messed up. Your hair is messed up. You got a bad attitude. You cursing and carrying on, screaming and hollering. Like, for what? For what?
Washington tag. You're good to go. It's canceled.
I would like a receipt.
Yeah, I'm personally tired of the ghetto bullshit, honestly, man.
I don't know why these people just antagonize people that's just trying to do their.
A lot of folks in the black community, they're just miserable as hell, in all honesty. I don't get it either, man. Antagonizing folks at their job. It's like motherfuckers always got to have the last word, try to disrespect folks.
Jobs every single day. Now, in this instance, when I first started and I got this video, I was going to be on the side of the person. But then I started seeing an attitude and calling somebody an alcoholic. Then I heard more details about booking through a third party. First of all, these Expedias, these Pricelines, these hotels.com, they do not necessarily guarantee you a reservation. If you want to guarantee a reservation, then you have to either call or book online from the actual hotel or the chain itself. And then I could already tell exactly what this is and the type of person I was talking, and it was a black woman. And then you got a beta male that's sitting here letting this black woman get out of pocket, and they trying to check into a hotel, and then they trying to leverage the customer's always right, or we not gonna spend our money here. This is just a regular worker every single day that is trying to make ends meet, and y'all already trying to make them look bad and embarrass them. It's bad. But more importantly, people need to learn to understand exactly how you need to move when it comes to being a cultural fit. When I say a cultural fit, that means that, are you a nice person to be around? That could be applicable to whether or not you on your job, you go into the interview process of trying to get a job. You think that you're the most qualified, or you think that you're the person that's spending the money, and so you always right. And that is not flying anymore. People are tired. And again, I think.
Exactly, man. There's nothing wrong, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with being a likable person. You know, it's something that you should want to respect others. You know what I'm saying? You should want to not be likable, but you should want to, the way in which you present yourself to the public matters. You know, the way in which you present yourself to the outside world matters. You know what I'm saying? The way you affect others matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it just does. You know, and a lot of folks, they could give a damn less how they affect people. You know, their attitudes. You know, just things like that, how they impress themselves upon others. They don't really give a damn. You know, it's just a selfish mentality to have, and a mindset.
The term that is going to be popularized through the rest of the year is going to be black fatigue. People don't care to see your bad attitude and you picking up your phone and recording everything and thinking that people gonna be on your side because you're trying to expose or get somebody to lose their job, but your inability to control yourself yet even understand, because he said it multiple times. For example, he tried to explain to her that an early departure is a cancellation of the reservation. Now, in most instances, and a lot of instances, and I know a lot of people that work in the hotel industry, I travel a lot myself. I literally just landed today. I'm in a different location, as you can see from my last video. But they will tell you that if you book through a third party, 99% of the time you have to go back to that third party in order to cancel your reservation. It does not necessarily guarantee that you have a spot with that hotel. And especially when you start to book overseas or you start to go to different states, you are not guaranteed a reservation a lot of times. And the communication or the technology between both their site and the hotel site may not be reliable. And so again, I tell people, just from an informational perspective, I tell people all the time, go directly through and stop always trying to get a discount. Stop always trying to, and I know there's some people that's going to say, well, it's some people that don't have a lot of money in order to go and do it. Well, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place if you can't afford to. If you can't afford to pay full price, but then you just so happen to get a discount, then that's one benefit. But if you can't afford it, then you probably shouldn't be there anyway. So I always say go directly.
If I'm not allowed to blame you for all of my life's problems, then you're not allowed to blame me for yours.
I don't even know you. So
yeah, man, as you can see, it's a lot of content creators talking about this black fatigue issue, man. And me, I'm just personally burned out in a lot of ways. Just a lot of the things that's portrayed in the media, online, just the things that are perpetuated through black culture in America, man. It's real ghetto, man. Just to be honest, man, it's real ghetto out here. Man, it's real destitute. To be honest, man. Like me personally, man, living my time on this planet, 36 years on this planet, through the blessings of God, I'm sick and tired of. I got black fatigue. I've been had black fatigue. And probably just like a lot of other folks, man. Probably a decade in with black fatigue. Just for the fact that we don't care about each other. We fall victim to every situation that's encountered by us. You know what I'm saying? Like the situations like what's the guy's name? The guy who hit the cop, whose son Rodney Hinton Jr. Situations like that where black folks can just monumentally and just overwhelmingly side with this guy who randomly just killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That shit burns me out. Having to deal and watch how y'all process y'all emotions and how y'all live your life daily. shit get old. You know what I'm saying? Seeing just no accountability, seeing the community in shambles, seeing these women like this with hair hats. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
And
man, it's getting spooky. I just came across something called black fatigue. And basically, it's white Americans are sick of our shit.
I got news for you. Black Americans are sick of your shit.
facts.
That's right. Black people.
And that's the kicker. When you're a black person and you speak truth about your community, you are an outcast. You are labeled a coon. You're labeled a sellout. We can't even be forthright and have honest conversations. We gotta be intellectually dishonest in our own communities in order to be not thrive, because they're not thriving. These people that's lying and telling all this shit, they're not thriving. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta to be accepted. But me personally, I don't give a damn about being accepted by black folk. I don't give a fuck about being accepted by my own kind. Why? Who the fuck cares about being accepted by a class of people who are losing? You know, what the fuck do I care about being accepted by people that I don't even associate myself with? You know what I'm saying? I don't even associate myself with damn near no black people in my life. I don't associate myself with damn near nobody, honestly. But damn, for sure, not a lot of black folks, because I know what it's gonna come with. I know it's gonna come with drama. I know it's gonna come with hatred. I know it's gonna come with latent negativity. You know, where they're trying to hide their throw rocks and hide their hand. I know what it's gonna come with: backbiting, jealousy, envy, no accountability. Displacement of anger in their own lives and setbacks in their own lives. I know what it's gonna come with, so I don't even want to deal with it. Like, you gotta be more honest about things.
Blackness fatigue. The name of the channel of this video, Blackness. If that's what he's talking about, I hear him, guys. I hear him. How he's saying it is intriguing, let's say, to say the least here. But if that's what he's saying here, bro.
Blacks violently attacking Asians is caused by white people. No matter what white people do or say, they are slandered as villains by blacks who are determined to punish white Americans simply for being white. They are unappeasable. Now, millions of immigrants came here from England, Poland, Italy, South America, Vietnam, Russia.
Right.
They came from all around the world, and they were dirt poor when they arrived.
Right.
But they worked hard and became successful and rich.
Right. I'm glad you said he pointed out came, not were brought. It's a slight difference in the argument here. I hear what he's trying to say. Hey, listen, these people came here. They were poor.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Slavery is one of the biggest cop-outs and excuses for black folks to act irrational, immoral, degenerate, low-lifed, fucking genocidal, homicidal, dysfunctional. Slavery, man. Black folks blame slavery for every fucking problem. We blame white folks for every one of our fucking problems, bro. That is the biggest issue that I take with a lot of black folks in America, man. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care if that bothers you. I don't care if that some way, triggers your insecurities and your sensitivities, man. You know what I'm saying? We need to goddamn pull your panties out. Pull your panties out your ass, you feel me? Because first of all, slavery is one of the biggest cop-outs for black people in America. Let's be real. Like, did that transpire? Yes. You know what I'm saying? It did. Like I said, there's people that's still alive, 90-year-olds that can tell you about segregation, Jim Crow, all that stuff. I got a 95-year-old grandmother. Like, they can literally break it down to you historically about how the times in America were harder for people of color. Yes. But I'm telling you, at this point, slavery, systemic racism. Give me a second. Yes, sir, man. Out here getting it in. But as I said, racism is used as a cop-out for black folks in America at this point. Racism is used as a cop-out for bad attitudes and bad behavior from black folks in America at this point. Internally, black folks in America justify their bad behavior due to the fact that their ancestors were treated poorly, were enslaved and disrespected and systemically racist, all that racism, all that. They were all of that, oppressed, whatever you want to call it, man. Black folks today that feel none of that same slings and arrows and atrocities of oppression that our ancestors do, we use their pain as a cop-out to be shitheads and assholes and really want to be real racist. You know what I'm saying? We shit on other races come out the gate. If other people treated us badly, disrespected us based solely off race, just as outwardly as we do it, we'd be in total outrage. But like I said, man, today, in today's times, black people use the history of slavery, the history of this country, which is entrenched in slavery, systemic racism, oppression of black folks and people of color. We use that as a excuse for today for why we act bad toward one another, why we disrespect and don't respect this country and this flag and this country that we live in. We have no national pride. We have no, you know what I'm saying, pride in ourselves, pride in this nation. And we use that as a cop-out to be victims, as to why somebody owes us shit for the rest of our lives. And me, I'm not down with it. That's just me personally. I don't get on board with that mindset. I definitely are in wholeheartedly against that type of mindset, because that's just, like I said, I'm not a victim, man. Like I don't. If you're a believer in Christ, you can't be a victim. Shout out to the Lord, the Most High. And I feel like that is giving one side, one race, too much power and controlling your life mentally. You're mentally enslaved to get this whole system, whatever it be, the European system, whatever, Western society, white culture, whatever you want to call it. You're giving these people too much power and authority mentally, spiritually in your life. And that's why you lose, because you give these people all the power to shut your lights off or cut them on. When in fact, you are the master of your soul, man. You are the one that dictates how you feel about yourself, how much you love yourself, how much you respect yourself. You're the one that dictates how your community is viewed globally. You're the one who is controlling your attitudes. You're the one that's raising your children. You're the one who has the full autonomy to do what you want in your community. So you cannot sit here and point the blame at someone else, another community, for the actions and the setbacks that go on in yours. That is crazy. That's asinine, man. That's 100% asinine to sit here and want to point the finger at outside communities and blame folks for things that's going on in your community. That is crazy and asinine to want to displace your anger for your life and your situation onto another race of people that out here doing, struggling, working, grinding, doing the same thing we're doing daily. It is complete bullshit. And you want to blame your losses on systemic racism, slavery, the past, when life is going on right in front of you and you're missing it. We're missing perfect opportunities to do things productive for the black community, but we're over here still obsessed with race, still being baited by the left for race, still being racial idolaters because we're being race baited for profit by the Democrats. We want to continue to be manipulated and have these games played on us as a whole, when a lot of folks, like I said, a lot of black folks, man, we waking up and we walking away. Honestly, you know, we'll leave these southern states for y'all to be degenerate assholes, ghetto queens, trap queens, drug addicts, backstabbing losers. A lot of black folks are getting the hell up out of here, man. Rightfully so. We're getting the hell away from. We're getting out of Dodge. We're gonna allow y'all to have y'all own shit. You know what I'm saying? To live y'all lives the way y'all want to. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, they can have it. They can have it, man. I'm telling you, they can have the southern states. They can have the Floridas. They can have the Charlotte, North Carolinas. They can have the Atlantas. They can have the New Yorks, the LAs. If black folks want to stay there and live an oppressed life, that's on you. And a lot of black folks, man, we are not on code with that. We're just not on code with that. And I know that kind of gets overlooked. But a lot of black folks like myself, we are not on code with that type of mindset. Victimhood. Blaming whole other races and entities for our problems. Nah, a lot of folks we are not subscribed to that mindset. Me personally, I know God guides me. I know God is the captain of this ship, this vessel called Earth. And I'm too much of a man to sit here and point blame at a whole race for what's going on and hold them accountable for what happened on hundreds of years ago and still harbor that same anger for these people. I'm not doing that. And black folks, we proclaim to be some of the most biggest believers in Christ, but we don't have a forgiving bone in our body. Black folks, we claim to be some of the most godly people, but we don't have no forgiveness for these, you know what I'm saying, for the past. That's crazy to me as well. How can we expect to get into the kingdom of heaven? How can we expect to live righteous lives when we can't even forgive people for the past, things that they didn't even commit themselves? Their bloodline did, and this country did. But a lot of these folks, they don't have past of slave ownership in their bloodline. A lot of folks, you know, that was a rich type mindset anyway. Like most folks were not that wealthy, did not own plantations. You know what I'm saying? That was already a one percenter type mindset anyway. A lot of folks didn't have hordes and hordes of slaves. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, like I said, I just can't get on board with it, with the mindset. And I understand a lot of folks, black and white, or all communities, all the old different type of races, from being burnt out with black fatigue. I get it.
They are living their own specific American dream, but that's not generally the case for many Black Americans. Specifically, where they are like coming from, the descendants of the people that they, right? Like understand, like for the most part, a genetic memory can kind of exist because you're going to raise your kids with how you know, right? And unfortunately, since the
See this dude, I mean, I just can't rock with the victim mentality. Hit that like button for me too, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in with TNP. This dude, I mean, I don't really know him, but his content, he's already coming off with excuses. Like that's my biggest thing. We can't sit around and make excuses all day for black behavior. I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm not gonna sit around and make excuses.
Black fatigue. Yeah, some buzzwords going viral. It seems to be people split on the topic, man, but I've been hit up more than a few times to give my opinion on it. So I'm gonna give my opinion on it.
Get to
and you don't have to be a non-black person to have black fatigue.
Let's go get to the point.
Between niggas and black people, you understand? And what it should be called is nigga fatigue, because even black people have nigga fatigue. You understand? The ghetto ratchet bullshit, all the ignorant stuff that these people stand for, all the ignorant stuff that these people defend.
Here's my only thing too, though. Let me.
All the victimization and acceptance of the bigotry.
Here's my thing though, that's my biggest cop out, or here's my biggest plight or issue with just the black community. Well, with the niggas versus whatever black folks argument. Black folks circle the wagon on niggas. Let's be real. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. Quote me on that. And I don't care what nobody says. I'm spilling the tea on black culture. I don't keep shit in house. I don't hold secrets. I don't hold dark secrets for nobody. I'm keeping 100. I'm intellectually honest. I don't got time to sit here and be intellectually dishonest for what? Well, what does that progress us to be intellectually dishonest and to lie about things that's actually going on in our communities? White, black, Mexican, Latino, Asian. I don't give a damn. Be honest about how y'all feeling so we can have forthright conversations and we can get some progress in this motherfucker before we continue this degenerate path that a lot of folks are going on, which is America. Black folks circle the wagon around niggatry. Look at what they did with the situation in Cincinnati, Ohio. Look at the situation what they did out there in Texas. I mean, that's kind of a trickier one because, as you said, the Carmelo Anthony versus that kid situation. It's kind of a gray area. He was charged with murder. He did have to bond himself out, several $100,000 bond. So so obviously in the criminal mindset, he's already been charged with a situation, so that's tough for him. He has to prove himself innocent. But black folks circle the wagon around niggatry. Quote me on that. Quote me on that and tell me I'm lying. We always want to divide. Nah, that's niggas versus blacks. No, the fuck it isn't, bro. Because black folks that are actually decent black folks, they actually work positive. You know, they're not criminals. They're not career criminals. They're not what's dude name in I forgot dude name. Damn, I can't even remember because it don't fucking matter. The black dude that got choked to death, whatever the fuck, by the cop. So I can't remember that shit. But anyway, career criminals such as like him, like black folks like that, we circle the wagon for these degenerates. We don't ever keep it honest. Like that's where we fall. That's where we falter. That's where we fall back, and that's where we falter as we circle the wagon on ignorance. We circle the wagon on niggas. So until we can be honest with ourselves and begin to have honest conversations as far as with situations like that, where we can't sit here and try to divide black folks and niggas, man, because niggas stick up. I mean, if it's black folks, stick up for niggas. Period. Just in the face of racial, just in the name of racial idolatry, just in the name of being defiant, just in the name of racial idolatry. Honestly, like he's a black man, I'm gonna get on board with him because he's black, and slavery and systemic racism, and I don't care, he's black, I'm with him. Whole time this dude could be a molester, this dude could be a killer, this dude could be dead wrong criminal, this dude could be all hell bent and intent on committing crimes and being a degenerate on this nation and dragging on this nation and dragging down the image of black black culture and the black community, and we don't care. All we care about is racial idolatry. Like all we care is, oh man, they killed his son, like, eye for an eye. Come on, bro. That's the most loser shit I've ever heard. That situation, dude. Eye for eye. He killed a person that had nothing to do with nothing. An innocent man. Like, and y'all and black folks overwhelmingly circle the wagon on that nigga shit. So that's me personally. I don't fuck with it. And I see people for what it is. I see through the bullshit that people are trying to portray. Like, oh, it's niggas versus black folks. No, it's not. It's good versus evil, bro. Because black folks, I would say not even good black folks, but law-abiding citizen black folks will circle the wagon on evil shit. So that, to me, that makes you no better. How does that make you any better if you're sitting around supporting, throwing money towards, using your platform, social media to support and just trying to antagonize folks and talking about, oh, these people deserve to die. Carmelo Anthony should have stabbed a kid. The cop got payback. The son got, the dad got payback for his son. Like, I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it, man. Like, straight up, man. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here, get some more time in, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in to TNP. Go ahead and hit that like button for your boy, man. I appreciate you tuning in, tapping in. I'm gonna get some more content in later. But I appreciate anybody tapping in, listening to your boy today. Getting this quick live stream in, man. But peace and hair grease, man. I appreciate all y'all tapping in with TNP. All the TNPers out there, subscribe to the channel. Throw some on that Cash App if you feel so obliged. $ Toxic Masculinity, POD. Man, I'm out here working with half a brain right now, man. It's in the middle of the night. It's 4:22 out here, Mountain Time, man. I'm tired of this crap. But I'm getting it on. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm loving it. Hey, I'm getting to it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even that tired, honestly. It's just, life. Out here getting it, grinding, working, getting to it. But it's all a blessing, man. It's all a means to an end. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, you just got to keep grinding, putting God first. Not your race, put God first, because God is love. God's going to teach you. He's not going to divide. God's not a God is not a God of division, in my opinion. Like, I don't believe that to be true. I don't believe he wants us to engage with the devil. I do think he wants us to divide from evil, demonic entities, but I feel like he wants us to spread the word of Christ. You know what I'm saying? He wants us to be together. He wants us to love one another. He does not want division. He wants us using our time down here wisely to praise God, to prepare to meet him, to prepare to others to embrace God. You know what I'm saying? To love him and to embrace a life of Christianity and love. You know what I'm saying? Of togetherness. So it's on us, man. You know what I'm saying? We can either choose the barbecue or mildew out here. You know what I'm saying? This world is not going to willingly put us together. This nation, these nations, these packs, these tribalism, man, the countries are profiting off of our division. So we got to know that for sure. And black folks, we got to stop being so emotional. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop being so knee-jerk. reaction to things and reactionary to things. We got to start using our logic and our sense. We got to actually pair up with good, like-minded people, man. We got to be willing to accept and have conversations that progress this world and this nation. You know what I'm saying? So, because that too many times we've been stagnant on topics that really shouldn't even be real issues, in my opinion. But yeah, man, TNP, appreciate y'all tuning in. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, show some love. Appreciate you tapping in. I'm gonna do a live stream a little bit later, but yeah, I'm personally, even like I'm burnt out. You know what I'm saying? The statue with the fat black bitch in New York, man, it's like, come on, like the imagery is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? The things that black folks get behind is ridiculous. It's like, man, this is really some low life shit, some low life banter. In all honesty, like, why did the depiction of a black woman got to be an Aunt Jemima bitch with weaves and fucking with Shanae fucking weave braids in her head, looking like a sack of potatoes? Like, come on, man. All the black queens out here, and this is the depiction that y'all give us, man, is disrespectful, man. And I'm just burned out with it. I'm burnt out with it, man. All this black queen shit, symbolism, matriarchy, I'm burnt out with it, man, because we already know what's going on. It's a bigger game being played and a bigger hand being played that we're all not privy to the situation. So it's like kind of signing up for the banana and tailpipe, honestly. A lot of folks, we subscribing to the bullshit. So it's gonna be, you're gonna get what you get. TNP, man, hit that like button. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all tapping in with TNP, man. I'm gonna get another live stream a little bit later, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. All love. Shit, black fatigue is real. Black folks go through it. Hey, it's a real thing. We're tired of the same old monotony and bullshit that's been steady dragging this nation back. And black folks, good black folks, law-abiding citizen black folks, stop circling the wagon on evil. I'm gonna say that until I'm blue in the face. Stop circling the wagon on evil shit and on wrong. Let's be on the side of righteousness. Let's not be on the side of wrong just because wrong shares your skin tone. Let's not be on the side of wrong just because wrong shares your skin tone. All right, man. Appreciate y'all, man. But like I said, let's get it right, man. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep progressing. Let's not falter, man. Like I said, there's so many things that want to see us divided and fighting down here at the bottom for nothing. Like white folks are sitting around caring about what black folks go through. They're not. Like, black folks, we need to get out our own way. Like, get out of your own way, dude. Like, stop feeling we feeling ourselves way too much. Like, we think the world revolves around black folks. Okay, like, just because they say we're the original people, like, man, get over yourself, man. Like, we need to be worried about our own productivity than worried about what other nationalities think about us. Like, because they don't care about us. Like, let's be real. If they care so much, we'd be in a worse situation. All the things that's fucked up with our lives today is brought on by our actions and our behaviors. And nothing else. Nothing else. If you want to uplift yourself, educate yourself. Make yourself marketable. Make your tools and your assets where other companies need you. Make yourself marketable. Let's stop always blaming systemic racism on our failures. It's just getting old. Nobody wants to hear that shit, man. You either got results or you don't. You either eat or you starve. Nobody gives a fuck about how you got to where you got to. Are you going to get out? Are you going to sit there and cry about it and point fingers? Are you going to dig yourself out of the metaphorical fucking hole? Or are you going to point fingers and sit in that hole for the rest of your fucking life? That is the question black folks got to ask ourselves. Me, myself, I'm choosing to make actions and dig myself and make footing and get the fuck out of the hole. Me personally, I've already started. I can't complain. I already started out of the hole. You know what I'm saying? I had family members that, I had parents that worked their whole lives, worked for the state, worked for the city, worked for the county. Educated, whatever you fuck you want to call it. My dad, retired police. My mom, retired social worker with the county. So I started with folks that were educated and worked and got themselves out of their hole. So I don't accept excuses from folks. I don't accept the blame game from people that don't want to educate themselves and want to take the lazy way out. I don't accept the shit. So that's just me. Me personally, I don't accept that from anyone. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, when you can sit there, take the stairs and get where you need to get to and you can make smart investments and maybe even get out of the hole even faster. But if you sit around here becoming enslaved to matriarchy, becoming enslaved to consumerism and materialism, becoming enslaved to racial idolatry, and want to play blame games and point fingers at other people as to why you're not progressing, you're going to stay where the fuck you at. And that's just facts. Because when you point the finger and you're not doing the work, you're basically ensuring yourself that you're going to stay in that same predicament. So me, myself, you're going to continue to hear TNP get on here live streaming, talking shit about how I feel, talking shit about how my outlook and how I perceive this world, and how black fatigue is a real fucking thing from all races, especially from black folks that are conscious and are God fearing and loving people with understanding. We're not going to sit here and blame a race for our problems. We're going to talk honestly. So appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I'm about to tap out though, man. I appreciate it. All love. Appreciate the 5 likes. Subscribe to the channel because I got more lives coming. Man, appreciate it, man. Keep on building this TNP brand up for me. I appreciate anybody that's out there watching right now, man. It's all love. Throw something on that Cash App if you want to show some love, man. It's $ toxic masculinity POD. It's in the subscription box. I mean, it's in the description box. Appreciate you, man.